Use long division to divide 12x cubed minus 17x squared plus 10x minus 3 over 4x minus 3. We're first going to rewrite this as 4x minus 3 into 12x cubed minus 17x squared plus 10x minus 3. Now when you do the long division process, there are 3 steps that repeat. Divide, then multiply, then subtract. So for the divide step, we take the leading term divided by the leading term. So what we're going to do is take 12x cubed and divide that by 4x. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, and when you reduce these x's, one of them will cancel, leaving you with an x squared. So since this is an x squared term, I like to have my like terms lined up, so I'm going to put this in the x squared column. We've got 3x squared. That was the division step. Next, we multiply. That means we take the 3x squared we just got and we distribute it to both terms over in the divisor. So 3x squared times 4x is 12x cubed. 3x squared times negative 3 is negative 9x squared. That takes care of the multiplication step. Next up, we're going to subtract. Now, if we subtract this entire thing, what that means is if we distribute the minus sign through, that'll make this first term a negative, and it'll change the second term to positive when we go to combine like terms. So the 12x cubes cancel. Negative 17x squared plus 9x squared is negative 8x squared. 10x plus nothing is 10x. And negative 3 plus nothing is negative 3. So we've done the subtraction step. We've hit the end of the line. We're going to come back to the front and divide again. So to do that, we take the leading term divided by the leading term. So we take negative 8x squared and divide it by 4x. Negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. One of the x's will cancel, so we're left with negative 2x. I want to keep my like terms lined up, so I leave that in the x column. And then as we did before, we'll distribute this negative 2x to both terms. So negative 2x times 4x is negative 8x squared. Negative 2x times negative 3 is positive 6x. So we've done the division, we've done the multiplication. Next up, we're going to subtract. So when we subtract here and distribute the minus sign through, that'll change both of our signs. And when we combine like terms, I see the x squareds cancel, which is good. 10x subtract 6x is 4x. Negative 3, nothing is being added or subtracted, so we can just carry that down. So we've done the subtraction step. When we go to divide again, we take the leading term divided by the leading term. So we've got 4x divided by 4x, which is positive 1. So positive 1 is the division step. Next up, we multiply. That means we take this positive 1 and we will distribute it to both terms. So 1 times 4x is 4x. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. That's the multiplication step. Next up, we subtract. When we distribute the minus sign through, it'll change our signs to negative and positive. Then when we combine like terms, the x's cancel and the 3's cancel, so we have a remainder of 0. So that means our answer is this quotient up on top. So our quotient is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1.